Okay, I think that's enough. I think that's enough carving. I think we just need to smooth this thing out a little bit and just sort of enjoy what we've made, hopefully without injuring it at all. So I'm going to bring my intensity down. I'm just going to use smooth, and I'm just going to try to smooth out these jagged parts really, really lightly, even inside there. And this is really tricky. It's really, really tricky because you don't really want to mess with the integrity of anything, but you also want it to look smooth. So it's a give and take. I don't think we can use pinch. Let's see. Oh, pinch actually looks okay. So it looks like it's between pinch and smooth. These edges, man, they take a beating. Pinch is kind of clean though. Still need to smooth in those. I can't deal with those down in there. Okay, let's try to smooth down in there. Let's just smooth out all of the inside parts first. I actually don't mind that it comes closer together as long as it's smooth. If it's smooth, I'm happy in there. Ooh, gotta be careful there though. Let's see if I can pinch this. It's not the cleanest edge. Hearing weird noises outside. Okay. And I'll probably fast forward this so you don't have to. Sit through this tediousness. So relax actually isn't too bad too. Let's see what relax does for this. just going to pinch these corners a bit because I don't like when it gets, I don't like these jagged parts. And I think pinch is better than smooth. But I just have to be careful because it does squeeze the mesh together. So just a nice combination of pinching and smoothing. Feels pretty good. All right, we're looking good. Looking good. I'm just going to save what we have. Let's just make the rest of these little buttons, and I'm not going to get too crazy. Let's take it off of Metcap and do PBR. I'm going to turn my environment up a little bit, so I'll go back to the shading menu and just brighten it up so I can see it nice and clearly. It's a little too bright. And you can go through your other environments if there's one that works better. This one's fine. Yeah, this one's fine. All right, so we can keep this pretty simple, and let's add, oh, I kind of want to smooth this out a little bit. I'm just in the smoothing mood. I actually think it looks better smooth, even though it sort of makes it a little wider. It just makes it feel a little bit better smoothed out. Smooth this out too a little bit. Just get all the edges and make them all smooth. Okay. We can actually erase these. Let's make our model as small as we can. So I'm going to erase slots. Pill erase. I don't think we need this either. Get rid of that. Button B. Those are our buttons. Oh, and these are our directional. Front screen. Let's add the screen in. So here's our front screen. Let's bring that in. Fits perfectly. I like that. And we do have to make a square in this. But you know what? We don't have to do that now. I'm just going to save. Let's see what we're looking at. 3.58. So at least we've gone down a good deal. Okay, so these are our directional paths. Our cartridge. Let's go to our cartridge and add that to the back. Quite small. So we'll bring this in. Make it a little bigger. Thin it out. We'll bring it into the edge. A little bit thinner. We can shrink it up some and bring it down. Something like that. Let's bring it out some. And I don't know if the game, I can't remember if the game goes in, it's in deep like that. But that feels good. So now we could take one of these buttons, but it's 218K. So instead of doing that, I'm going to make I think I'm just going to make a sphere. Make it pretty small. I'll go ahead and validate it. And actually a cylinder probably would have worked too, to be honest. Okay. So something like that. We can actually squish it a little more, just so it's flat. So we can color that black and it'll just sort of disappear. So now let's add a cylinder. And let's bring this up and over. This will be our volume rocker. I think that looks pretty good. I don't think it sticks out. So I think that works. And we could add another little cylinder in here. So we'll flip this towards us, we'll make it small, we'll bring it out this direction. Oop, that's down, isn't it? Green. Now on this one, I think I'm going to, you know, we might use a torus actually, but I think this is fine. Let's make a hole. Oops. Let's bring it down. Something like that. So I'll go ahead and validate that. That looks good. $3.59 million, so we're still looking pretty good size-wise. So I'm going to save. And then I'm going to add a box for these side thingies. Okay, something like that I think works. So I'll go ahead and validate that, and then I'm going to just clone it and bring it down to this one. And go make it small. Skinny it up some, just to sort of keep it interesting. Put it in the middle, bring it up. Something like that looks pretty good. All right, so, oh, the top. Almost forgot the top. So I think I can just grab this shape, clone it, go up, bring it into this, bring it small. I'll bring it down some. And we'll need to put a sphere. So let me just take this one and I'll clone it. I'll bring it up. Make it a little fatter. Rotate it. Bring it down. And something like that. And I actually need to, I think I need to trim this because it wouldn't go all the way across. So let me just save. And then I'll just trim this. Whoops. So I'll trim that and then I'll just sort of touch it really lightly Ooh. You know what? Instead of, that's dumb. That's a dumb way to do it. Instead of trimming it, I'll just take this shape and skinny it up and move it over. And now the next thing is just this screen. So this will just be, maybe I can use one of these boxes. Clone this, bring it out. Whoop. Make sure it's right in the middle. That looks pretty good. Not a very big screen. Oh, let's bring it in so we can get a good look. Maybe a little bit bigger. Bring it down a little bit. Because there is some writing up top. Okay, that looks good. So I'm going to save. You notice I save very often once I've been working for a long time. And I think I just want to... I think I want to remesh this at 250. And this one I'm going to label screen, erase. I'm going to duplicate it, and this one is just going to be screen. So screen erase and Game Boy. Oh, no. Front screen. So front screen and screen erase, because I want to erase the screen from here. Front screen, screen erase. So we need to voxel merge these two. So I need to cut it out, that piece that's in the front. So let's save. And then let's voxel merge these two. Keep sharp edges. Voxel merge. Ooh. Wow, that's terrible. What is that? What did I do? Wow. Let me save. And let's restart the app and just make sure. I'm not sure what this error is and why it's doing that. But let's start off right where we left. Front screen, screen erase. Take that away. Maybe it's because they're different. Let's see, this is 218K. Screen erase is 171K. So it's not like they're that different. Let's try voxel merge again. No. So maybe I'll try to bring it down to lower. Oh, lower worked. Okay, so lower worked. It looks good, looks clean. bring back everything else. Okay, so now let's bring the screen in. I can flatten it up some. It's looking good. Looking good. So now let's make this a little bit smaller. So we can put our little directionals on. Okay, and they're really tiny in comparison to that. So I think this might do. And let me just move these to the middle. Actually, this doesn't matter. Top. And then we'll just move these. Okay, that looks good. So now I'm going to take them all and just bring them down. I think I need to tilt all of them. Nice. Okay. I think that looks strong. Very happy with it so far. Do wish that I put the on-off thing here though. But I think this is good for now. I don't really need, I might add that in later. The mesh. I just copied one of my buttons here and brought it up. Just cloned it and brought it up here. It needs to be a little bit longer, so. All right, so let's start to color this thing. And I think I need some better lighting. So this is like a dark black. But it's actually sort of not black black. And it does have some shine to it. So I want to make sure that it has some shine to it. The buttons are a maroonish red. Make sure these are. Might actually be perfect. A little bit lighter. Something like that. A little shinier. Like so. These little pills, which I'm going to simple merge together. I'm going to label the one above that on off. On, off. So these pills are just a darker gray. They're just like a little bit of a darker gray. But I don't think they have any shine on them. Oh, and the other thing I wanted to do is add a cylinder in here. So we'll add a cylinder, bring it down. We'll snap it this way, and then we'll just rotate it. I wanted it just to be kind of in here. Let's squash this. Bring it down a little bit further. Something like that. So I'll go ahead and validate it, and then I'll just trim off with the lasso. I'm just going to trim off these edges. And I think I want to just color this. Oh, that might be too dark. Yeah, that might be a little bit too dark. Let's make it a little lighter. I'm okay with that. Let me just keep messing around with it until it looks like something. Make it a little taller this way. Rotate it. Maybe something like that. this is like a darker gray, purplish color. And the screen for now will be a greenish color. Okay, let's go ahead and save. And I'm not sure what color the on-off button is, but I feel like it's a purple. I feel like the on-off button. So this box, so I'm going to simple merge these two. On-off button. I feel like it needs to be this purple. This will be the same color. This will be the same color. And this, I feel like I want it to be silvery color. And maybe I'll just duplicate this. And stick it in there. I just get so carried away with this stuff. Nice. All right, I can see that this is a little darker. A little bit darker. I'll change this accordingly. All right, I'm happy with that. I think I can do some, ooh, you know what? I need to do a sphere shape in the middle of that. I didn't even notice that. So let's just do that really quick. Let's just clone this. then bring it up. Change the color to something I can see. Rotate it. I think something like that. Might be a little bigger. Okay. That should work, so let me save. Make sure I have this directional pad and this sphere. Select them both, hide the sphere. I'll bring the voxel merge to 200. Save right before I do it, so I can always come back if I need to. Oh, you know what? I need to change the color. I need to match this color. Here we go. Directional pad and that. Let me save again. And voxel merge at 200. Is that too deep? It's not bad, I just want to make it a little shallower, I think. So let's try that. So sphere and directional pad. Hide the sphere, voxel merge. There we go, perfect. So now I think I'm just going to make the writing in, I'll make the writing in Procreate, but I'll just link to these files. So if you just want to take these files, you can. All right, so now I'm just going to bring in my text, and unfortunately, I think this is not going to be high resolution enough, but let's try it out. So let's go to Paint, and we'll go to this option down here, plus, Photos, Nintendo Game Boy, Add, so now it pops up there. And we wanted the color, so it's a little bit darker than this. It's maybe about that color. All right, so let's see. So the options I have here are scaling is at 1, tiling is at 1, mid value is 0. Just so you can see my settings. I have the line going across. I don't think it makes a difference for paint, but just so you can see, stroke type, grab dynamic radius. I'm in the paint tool, and this is the second option here, the little pencil, grab dynamic radius. So let's see what it looks like. It's actually not bad, but it's not that clear. So I'm going to undo that, and I'm going to subdivide. So now it's 6.26. That's a lot, but I don't think I have a choice. Unless I do, let's see how it looks. So it looks good here. That would definitely work. You know, I want to try out dynamic topology. So that's definitely not going to work. Okay, I just wanted to try it. I'll just hit back. So again, we're going to subdivide. Subdivide, and then we'll add in our Nintendo Game Boy. Although I'm not sure why it's so dark. Oh, because I put the intensity down. So I'll just have to figure out how to get it as close as I can. That's actually pretty good. All right, let's see. Let's put in some other text. So let's go back here and add. Let's add phones. And that goes down here. But this is actually more of a stamp, I think. I'm not too sure. Let's see. Let's go into stamp and see if I can get this to work. I might have to go figure out how to do this. Oh man. So that's promising, but it's not right. So let's see if I can figure out how to get it flat. Very flat. I mean, that's better than nothing. Okay, I need to make it bigger. I wonder if there's an easier way to do this. Mid value's at 0. White positive displacement. That's what we want, yeah. Okay, phones, that looks good. I mean, it looks decent. On, off, let me save. All right, so let's add on, off. Again, this is where I messed up. I should have, oh, you know what I can do? I just had an idea. So let me go back into, I think I know what I can do. I can go back in here. I can go to on, off. And let me add an eye. I'm gonna make a shape and then I'm gonna stamp the whole thing there. I'm gonna make it work. So I think this might work. Man, it's 3 a.m. already. So black, I want no displacement. This might work. On, off, add. Okay. Now let's just test this out. Why is it so unclear? But I think that's what I need. I needed to carve into. Black, no displacement, white, positive displacement, black, negative displacement, white, positive, mid-value 1. I think that's what I need. Oh, but it does the whole circle. Oh, that's not good. If it didn't do the whole circle, I'd be good. So, oh, there we go. That's what we need. That's it. Oh, it's. I hate that it looks so bad, but I don't think I have any choice. Oh, the bigger it is, it actually looks better. How does that compare to grab dynamic intensity? Okay, so at least we know that this sort of works, so I can get rid of this. On, off. Get rid of that. Go back to this layer and stamp. Let me try the other one. Connected topology. I don't know, let's see what it looks like with this on. A little bit bigger. I wonder if I can bring the intensity up, if that makes any difference. No, it just makes it deeper, I think. Oh, it's perfect, but it's too high. Oh, that was stupid of me. Okay, I think that works. It's a little big, but it works. Phones works. Okay, what else do we need? Select. Okay, so let's bring in select. Actually, I think you can bring in a bunch at a time. So select, I think, is just paint. So let's go back into paint. It's that same purple color. All these are that same purple color. So let's see what we can do here with select. Nope, that's phones. It's not bad. It's a little bigger than the button. See if any of these do any different. Select, and then we'll do start. And I'm just thinking that I probably should have put these on their own layer. But I might as well finish since I'm here. Nice. Now on this one I will do that. I'm going to add a layer, and then I'm going to go to white, I'm going to add dot matrix with stereo sound. Oh, let me save. What am I doing? I'm guessing that's what this is. Oh man, this is not clear at all. I think I need to subdivide this. Looking good. Now battery. Okay, I guess that's the best that we're gonna do. It's so strange. But I guess it's just because it's too small. Look how good that will look though. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna go for it, I think. God, I really don't want it to be that big though. Oh man. It's so hard because it makes it so clear that I'm just like torn. Okay. God, this file is so big. I can't believe it. But let me save it. Honestly, for all intents and purposes, I mean, it's pretty much done. So maybe just change some colors here. Maybe change the color of the cartridge. I think I can do these marks on here with the paint tool and selective mask. Unmask. Good. Now I'll just invert. So this top color is sort of like this. Sort of like a color like that, I think. Paint. Not on erase. Why can I not paint on this? Oh, I think I have to turn this off. There we go. Oh, I know what it is. Back to dot. And the bottom one, I think, is like this purple again. Maybe a tad bit darker. Okay. So let's go back to select mask and clear. Looks pretty good. Let me save. Nice. All right, so tomorrow, I need to go to bed. Tomorrow, I think we'll get to lighting this thing. That's gonna be fun. So I'll turn this off, and then I'll start adding lights. All right, so let's square this away. I'm gonna try to move quickly through these next few steps. So, although I do have to add a light here. So let's do that really quick. Oops, wrong Apple Pencil. Where's this cylinder? So let's validate this and make another one. Where is it? Wait, what is the, oh, that was the wheel. Okay, I was so confused as to what that even was. So let me make it small. I mean, it would be nice if I didn't have to make it flush. It's probably fine if I don't make it flush, to be honest. See if I can bring it down a little tiny bit. I think that's fine. Now I'm going to make it red. Paint all. Now I'm going to double it. This one I'm going to name red cylinder bat plus. This one is just going to be bat. So bat plus, I'm just going to make an additive up here. Always unlit. I'll raise the opacity up. Like so. Beautiful. All right, so now let's add some lights to this guy. So what I usually do is, where am I? So I usually turn the environment off so that this is black. Oh, that reminds me, actually before I do that, I want to do the same thing we did to the light, to the screen. So let's find the screen. So I'm going to double this. I'll bring it up so it's right next to the other screen. The top one is going to be screen plus. And screen plus, I'm going to make additive, always unlit. And I'm going to change the color as well. Just to something that looks a little bit more glowy. So now I'm just going to save. Perfect. Okay, so, and make sure to save all the time now. I'm going to keep saying that. So now let's go back to our luminance and turn the lights off. And then we'll add a light. So the first light is always a world light. So let's bring it off. I'll bring it over here. So now just figure out what's a good angle something that looks interesting. I'll just do a basic view like this is pretty good. I don't want it to be too dark here in these slots. So I think something like this is pretty good. Okay, so now let's add another light, and let's make this one a spotlight for now. So that's this light. So let's bring it up. Bring that one up and over here. And let's change this color. Let's make it a little warmer. Okay. And now for the back, let's add a spotlight. So we'll add another light. We'll make this one blue or cool. We'll make it a spotlight. Oh, spot. So I'm going to bring this light behind it so it's shining up on this panel that's like a shadow, and maybe lower too. So let's point it towards our Game Boy, if I can find it. There we go. Sometimes I just get so confused as to where the lights actually are in space. So I'm going to open the cone up so it's a little bit wider. I'm going to raise the intensity so we get a nice glow. I'll put it a little bit more behind. Although I still want that bottom to be lit up a little bit too. I'll raise the intensity a little bit more and make the blue a little bluer. Okay, I think that looks pretty nice. So we do have room to add another light, but we might just, well, for fun, let's add our last light. Let's make it that greenish color. And let's make it a point light. Let's lower the intensity. Oops. Just to get some ambient green, as though the screen is really bright. I'll lower it. I want it to be subtle, because I don't think the screen is that bright. Okay, let me just check to see what it looks like without it and with it. Nice. Okay, so let's, I think this is actually pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the reference. Because I think this looks great. I'm going to save. Hope that it saves. Perfect. So now I'm going to turn on post-process. I think that looks great. And let's go to our additive layers. Which layer was that? So screen plus. Let's go to our layer, our material screen. And we can raise the brightness a little bit. And we can also do the same thing with the power button. That was battery plus. So go to our material. And I feel like that can be a little bit lighter. I feel like the red can be a little bit lighter. So it might have to do with, let's see if we can change the color beneath it. Sometimes that helps a little bit. I think something like that maybe. Just a little bit lighter. Okay, I think that looks great. And if I'm being honest, I do have to turn this. If this is off and this is on, if the battery says on, then technically I have to slide this over. Although, you know what would be kind of, I'm gonna have to practice, see if I can do a little animation of that turning on. That'd be cool. But honestly, I think we're good. I'm just gonna do one last save, and then I'm gonna try and export this. So let's save this view. Ooh, let's look at it in perspective. So now we're in perspective. Let's save this view. Save this view. I just have fun saving views. I think that looks really cool. Let's shave a little bit of this in post-process. Let's take a little bit of the far blur so we can see a little bit more of the Game Boy. And I'm going to turn render resolution up. I'm going to save. So I'm going to do one 4K with a transparent background. And I'll just do a regular screen. Oh, you know I want the background. All right, so that's our Game Boy. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Let's do a slow turntable. This is too slow, right? And I don't know why our turntable is turning that way. Gosh. Why is it? I'm so confused. Oh, because I'm looking at it at the top, aren't I? I give up. I guess it's just going to turn this way. So this is our Game Boy. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully you guys can get a better working turntable than me. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you enjoyed it. Let me know if there's things that I can do better and more efficiently and differently, because I'm learning as well. Appreciate all you guys. See you in the next video. Keep drawing, keep sculpting. I will see you all in the next video. I love it. No turntable, but that's okay. I still love it. There we go. That's the lighting we're looking for. That's the lighting. Just another quick note. I had to select I had to select everything. I grabbed snap, and I snapped it so that it was facing front, because I think I had it before where I snapped on top and you could see the whole Game Boy. So you just have to bring everything to the front and adjust your lights according to it being on the front. So now, for example, when I did that, now this light is all the lights were out of position. So I'm just bringing the lights back to where I want them. So make sure it's in the right place. So I'm just bringing all my ambient lights back to where they were. Okay. So for example, I have to change these, all of these views are going to be wrong because I was in the wrong place. Do I have post? Okay. So now that everything is set the way that it's supposed to be, let me just add a nice view. Now that everything is set as how it's supposed to be, then this should work perfectly fine now. Thanks so much for watching the video. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you'll know when I do my live streams. Also, follow me on Instagram, Drug-Free Dave, and Drug-Free Dave 3D for all my new 3D work. I have a Facebook group, Procreate tutorials and guidance. And if you're interested in having me as your own personal art teacher, then be sure to check out my Skillshare classes at drugfreedave.com. All right, keep drawing, keep sculpting. I will catch you all in the next video.